The match was called the fucking Invasion. Why would you make the Invasion match 5,000 miles away from Ted Turner's backyard 7 days earlier? All they had to do was wait 7 fucking days and put Booker T against Buff Bagwell in Atlanta, Georgia, and it would have been off the fucking chain.
Sure.
Instead, they fucking put it out there in Tacoma, 5,000 miles away from Ted Turner's backyard, and then fire me 5,000 miles away in my hometown. So, I found out this in the last podcast I did. I'm the only guy ever to be main event 1 week and fired the next.
Jesus.
Think about that. That's fucking horrible. I mean, you're big enough to them that you're main event material, but the next week you're fired. Now that's fucked up.
Jesus.
That's bad, bro. That's bad. That's not even good business. That's
hey,
give me a warning. Tell me I fucked up. Tell me what's going on. I'll fix it. You don't fire me. My God. I mean, I did 11 years of nonstop business. That I did everything they asked. You cannot find. I dare anybody to look your website up, your fucking shoot talk radio show.
WrestleShoot.
Your podcast is off the hook, off the motherfucking hook.
Yeah.
I want people to send you a video of a bad match of me. And motherfucker, I will send you $10,000 cash. I swear to God, you got my name on it. I will send you $10,000 cash if you can get 3 guys to say that's a bad match. Because, motherfucker, you can't.
What about you and Madman Pondo? What about you and Pondo?
Who's Pondo?
Fuck. I was just taking a stab in the dark. Pondo thinks
that was a shot in the dark, man.
Yeah, maybe you worked him. And if you did, I guarantee you it wasn't good.
Well, I do have a question for Maria, though.
Yeah, I'm going to give you $5,000 just for saying bringing his name up.
Cool, I'll take that $5,000.
So Maria, okay, she asked a question here. Rip Rogers, was he stiff in the ring?
Rip Rogers was one of the best workers ever, so no. And he was my very first win. He was my very first win for WCW on TV ever.
Man, that surprises me. I thought for sure you were going to say, "Hell yeah, Rip is a crowbar." Because
no, he looked like one. Rogers was a hell of a worker, man. He was.
I'm a hell of a worker, but I'm still stiff.
No, but he really wasn't, man. He was very, very, very. I mean, I'm talking about very light, right? Not even snug.
Huh?
He was just he was a damn good worker, and I mean, you knew he was there, but he wasn't really even snug. I mean, he was just a damn good worker.
I have something I'd like to put on you here because I mean, I with everybody else who knew him loved Del. Everybody.
Yes.
Del Wilkes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've said it a few times. How fucked up is it that the Patriot died the day before Independence Day?
Dude, listen to this. Not only that, I spent 4 days with him just a month previous.
Man.
And we had the best time of our lives. We laughed. We never stopped laughing. We had so much fun. And he's the only dude to ever take up for me in a way that if I did it, it would be like I was crying and bitching and moaning and groaning. He put it out there like, hey, Buff Bagwell got fucked because people are just jealous of him. And he just, he didn't have a shot. It fucked the word heat. He just got fucked over. He told it like it was, bro.
Yeah.
And if I did that, it would just sound like I was being a crybaby and all that. Well, he did it in a way where it was true and honest, and it made me feel great. He's just a super, super, super great guy, dude.
Yeah, his delivery.
I hate missing him.
His delivery when he speaks to you or to anybody, it draws them in. He just welcomes you all into the conversation. So if he's trying to get like a serious, there's some heat point across, he's not going to come at it emotionally at all. He's just going to come in there real soft spoken like he was and real friendly. And every now and again, his voice gets a little bit higher. And when Dell's voice goes up even a little bit, like it turns into a different voice, right?
Right.
So people really pay attention.
The tone changes. It's like, it's, well, Buff, we got a request here, but I think I'm going to save it for the end of the show here.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about right now?
No.
I do.
You can ask anytime you want.
All right. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Here we go. Can we get an old-fashioned Buff walk and pose? That's a request from Brandon, friend of the show.
Full screen it if you're going to do it. We'll full screen that bitch.
Yep.
Dude, to be honest with you, with my car wreck, I can't do it with my knee. I can't do it. I can give you the full daddy pose.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
I'm bumped and I'm the scum, baby. Boom. But if I try to do the dance, I may not make it up. I got about 2 months and I'm going to be back in the ring is the good news. But I got one last surgery that they call a manipulation surgery. And you know what the word manipulation means. That means they're going to bend my knee and in places it's not supposed to bend. So I am going to have that done, and then I should be back to 100%. I'm at about 80%, and I will be at 100 within a couple of months.
Are they doing that manipulation for scar tissue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I've done that twice.
Yeah, it's a bitch, man. It's gonna be a tough one. Right when I needed to be really busting it, and I keep in mind, you're talking about Buff Bagwell and being not big in the gym. I had broke up with my girlfriend and was living with my mom and dad because I owned half the house, but she got me kicked out of saying a bunch of shit about me. And because, domestic violence nowadays is everything, so she got that said about me and got me kicked out of the house and was going to try to, fuck me out of getting half the house. Well, of course, Buff Daddy, that didn't happen. And I got it all stopped. I got it all stopped and I got half the fucking money, of course, but still she fucking, tried to fuck me over and lost the battle of it. But still at the same time, I hated it going down the way it did, but I needed to be on top of things at that time. And I was having to watch my mother go through dementia, and it just about killed me watching that. So I was having to watch that while all that was going on and try to keep my knee up and everything. And I just got lazy where my knee stoved up, and now they got to go in and do the manipulation surgery.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm dealing with the first part of dementia with my mom too, so I feel you. But hey,
brother, it's rough.
You know what just dawned on me? A little bit ago, you went on the Off the Fucking Hook network. I'm thinking, all right, Leatherface is for sure going to go back and splice that piece out to make a cool little bit. So maybe we could just do a quick promo where I'd be like, hey, I'm Rob Wild, Chris, I'm Chris Casanova. You watch a WrestleShoot, and then Buff can say on the Off the Motherfucking Hook network. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right, Face, let's bring it to 3 screens, baby. Hey, ready to get started? Here we go. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm the Wild Thing, Rob Wilds.
And I'm Chris Casanova.
And you're watching WrestleShoot.
And guess what you're watching it on? You're watching it on Off the Motherfucking Hook. So check it out. Off the fucking hook, baby. Off of it. Buff Daddy had spoken.
My God, he just took over the promo. Good shit. That was
Let him do his thing.
Just back up because he's a heat-seeking missile. Get off the way.
You know me, brother. I gotta be heat-seeking missile. That's the way I am.
Whoop. Joseph liked it, my dude.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, long time there, Dave. The Dave over there. How you doing there, guy? Whoop, whoop, up in the fucking nutsack over there.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. See, Maria's got another question here.
That's too sweet.
Maria's awesome, man, by the way. She's
yes.
She's a ride or die with us. She's one of
Is
our
she
people.
really?
Oh, yeah. She's here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, she's all right. She said toughest opponent.
Goldberg.
Right?
I'm not surprised.
Well, keep in mind, we try to show him we try to explain to him that we have to do this next Monday also. That didn't fucking hit home.
At all. He's like, okay, I'll be fine next Monday. Yeah,
I said, motherfucker.
About me.
So we try to teach him how to work. And here was his working punch. And we said, don't ever do that ever again.
Don't punch anymore.
Don't fucking do that. So we had to learn to tell him, look, you just fucking bring it. And we, as workers, knew how to. I mean, if you stand there and take one on the jaw, you're probably going to get knocked out.
God
but you know how to take it on the jaw and go with it and make it look good for live. Keep in mind, there's live cameras everywhere, and go with it. The only thing you couldn't really fake or try to take repercussions out of was the fucking spear, because you're moving toward him.
Yeah,
he's moving towards you at 280 pounds and 100 miles an hour.
Just make sure.
So you're trying to go slow,
God damn,
but you're still having to move toward him, and it's like, oh. So he was a vicious motherfucker, man. He was an animal. He really was. Goldberg's a badass, and he just straight up is a badass.
See, I don't think Goldberg is that much of a badass. I think he was going out there taking all of his liberties on actual pros because I tell you, I say it because
I think you're right.
I'm from Sacramento.
I agree.
I'm originally from Sacramento, so I'm sitting in one of the bowling alleys there, hitting on this girl who works there, and this is back when Goldberg played for the Sacramento Surge. So he comes balling up in the bowling alley, tells the woman what size his shoe is and what lane he wants. And then when she told him the total, he goes, "Oh, I'm not paying for it. I'm Bill Goldberg." And he's wearing a Sacramento Surge windbreaker and a hat and a T-shirt, just totally self-marked out. And she's like, I can't give you free games. What are you talking about? Finally, I was like, look, big fucking Goldberg. You're playing for the Surge, making all that fucking wannabe NFL money. Just pay the girl for the games. You know what? Fuck this. I'm out of here. I said, yeah, walk your big ass away, because I had my hands on a stick behind the counter. I was going to bust it over his melon head.
Well, that may not have hurt him, but that's
so
still.
We get later on that night. Me and this girl go over to this place, used to be called the Aqua Lounge, and we walk in, and they were having a Surge party. So all the players were there, and there's fucking Bill running around like a dickhead and everybody, just being a prima donna. One of his own teammates drug him out in the parking lot and beat the bricks off that pussy. Dude didn't have a chance. I think Goldberg is just called a bad man because all us.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think you're right about the liberties, only because I know for a fact of the Jericho kicking his ass twice in a row.
Right?
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
So, and that's a shoot. I mean, I saw one of them. I didn't see them both, but I mean, Chris Jericho don't exactly look like your heavyweight champion of kicking ass, and he whipped Goldberg's ass twice.
Because Goldberg don't know how to shoot tall.
That's
tall.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And Goldberg ain't as big as you think. Goldberg's about 6'2". Is all he is. He ain't 6'4",
6'5" or something. Yeah.
Everybody always thinks 6'5". He's 6'2", brother. He's 6'2". If he's if he's
I stood right next to him with a stick in my hand, ready to kill him. So I know how tall he is.
Yeah, he's not nowhere near as big as he says. Nowhere near as big. And which that don't matter. You can still be a badass and not be big. I'm just saying, TV makes people bigger, of course. Like if Kevin Nash walked in y'all's room right now, y'all would go, holy fuck.
Oh yeah.
Actually, do you want to know what really happened with us and Kevin Nash?
What?
No. That's another story, man.
No, tell me.
We booked Kev for a show out in Sacramento. And we had it all worked out with him. No, put it all three there, face.
Yeah.
We had it worked out with him. We're going to pay you X amount of dollars. You're going to do a match. And the VIPs are going to come in and you're going to sign a free 8x10 that we will provide them. You're going to sign it just for the ones who bought the ringside VIP.
Right.
Show starts off and we're letting the VIPs in and he's telling them $20. And these people paid $20 or $35 to get in. They were getting the free food and the backstage and meeting all the boys. And
all of a sudden they're paying $55.
Yeah, no, fuck no, they weren't. I took all of their pictures and went back.
I know. I'm saying that's what they think.
With the $20, yeah, he's saying.
And I slammed all the pictures down in front of him and said, "I expect you to sign every fucking one of these." He's like, "Oh shit!" So he did in the back. He just gave them all a quick scribble out. And the dude's just being kind of a prick all night, like Nash is known to do. I just got a knee surgery, an ACL replacement, literally a week before. So I'm on a cane. And I walked up to him in the back. And there was a gym we were doing it in, a breezeway, and then our locker room. I'm standing in the breezeway, and I say, "Man, why would you agree to a deal? They come out here and make me look bad by trying to charge these VIP guys for your autograph when you could charge everybody else. Why would you do that?" And he starts getting real scoffy. "You know how much I get for a booking?" And I said, "Motherfucker, I don't care how much you get for a booking. I care what I paid you." And I'm irritated. And he stands up real fast, getting aggressive with me. So I step back and grab my cane. Now, at this exact moment, Chris is walking out of the gym. And all you heard was, in the gym when you're doing sprints, you hear the shoe squeak.
Right.
You just heard that squeak as this dude fucking turned and just charged over. He got up next to me. He goes, what's going on here? I said, "I don't know what's going on, but I know that there's two of us and you got two bad knees, so you might want to rethink this, Kev." And he sat back down, got real agreeable all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But then, right at the end of the night, as he's getting ready to bounce out of there with the promoter that brought him, he says, "You had your ACL replaced, I think." I said, "Yeah, a week ago." And he goes, Goes into his gym and pulls out a knee brace and says, "This knee brace cost $700. So when you tell the story of tonight, you can tell everybody what an asshole I am, but make sure you tell them I gave you a $700 knee brace."
I was there.
That's good. Is it a good knee brace?
That was great. Yeah, it was like top of the line. Way better than that welfare shit I was wearing.
I love it.
$20 one you bought.
And we all know that's just Kevin Nash as a whole. I mean, we've seen him since then, and we can laugh about this now. There's two of us, and you got and then I said you got two bad knees, and Chris said, "Yeah, Scott Hall's not here to back you up, dude."
Oh, you're shitting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott's not here.
I slapped Hall once. I was talking to Kev, and he kept being a smart ass, and just over and over. And I thought Scott Hall was a badass. I really did.
He is.
And he fucking open hand slapped me. I'm sitting with Kevin, And so I open hand slap him. I just fucking just open hand, but I give a good slap, it's almost like a punch. I slap so good, so it's a good slap. Well, boom. Well, I fucking come out of my coat thinking, here it comes, all that.
Yeah, it's on now.
He's sitting on the dance floor crying.
No shit.
How drunk was he?
That's a true story, and it's one of his go-to moves. Anybody that knows that Scott fucking Hall does the cry thing.
Get out of here.
Really?
Swear to God on my life.
Well, then maybe that's why Kevin
on my life, he cried, and I told Lex about it, and Lex goes, "Oh, he did the crying thing." I go, "Wait a minute, you mean that's a known thing?" He goes,
"Not the first time."
He said, "Yes." He goes, he cries when he gets upset and feelings are hurt. So he was upset that me and Kevin were talking, and he wasn't involved, and he got slapped by me. My father was with me, because this is when my mom was on the road with us, and my dad said he was trying to find something to hit him with, because he said there's no way. I mean, we got to do something to fucking stop this guy, And he never came out the floor.
Damn.
Yet on the floor crying.
Well, all right then. You just shocked everybody in the room and the hosts.
So Scott Hall, I hate to say it, I love Scott. He's a friend of mine, but he is a crier.
Hey, Buff, how often do you get to Tampa?
Believe it or not, dude, a lot in the old days, but I ain't been to Tampa in a long, long time, man.
That's too bad. We're going to be heading back out there again in November. I can't get enough of it.
I love it down there, dude. Yeah. We used to have that Marriott right there, and you had the club right there that was called Yucatan Stand. And you had Yucatan Stand, you had the fucking the Titty Bar and the Waffle House and the Marriott. So all places were walking distance, and it ended up at Waffle House and then into your room after you ended up doing the party.
I wonder if that's the Hilton now, because that's where we stays in this Hilton, and there's the Waffle House right there.
All I can tell you is the hotels here, dead across the street was one of the hottest titty bars. Yucatan Stand was a little more of a drive, like a taxi drive, like a 5-minute drive. But the titty bar and the Waffle House were right beside the Marriott. So you ended up, you went to Yucatan Stand first. You got dropped back off. You did the titty bar. You did Waffle House, and you did the hotel. It was the best setup.
Chris, did you see that comment I just put up from Roxy?
Crying thing.
Hey, you brought up the crying thing, and it reminds us of this little punk nobody piece of shit back in Sacramento. Jim Cooley thought he was a shooter, wrestler, and a promoter, and he's really just a bag for anybody to jizz on. He's a piece of shit, that guy. And he did the crying gimmick all the time.
Oh yeah, the cry thing is a go-to move for pussies. I mean, it is.
How bad does a guy feel if you're beating on somebody who's crying? Right? You're like, oh man.
Oh my god. For starters, I'm not sure I've ever been crying while my ass was getting whipped, but I've had my ass whipped twice in my life, for real, and I mean straight up whipped. One-on-one, had my ass whipped twice, but only twice, but had my ass whipped twice, one-on-one, straight up. But there wasn't no fucking crying. I just got my ass whipped.
And yeah, Maria asked the question a minute ago.
Crying would have made it worse.
Oh, yeah.
When you were talking about Goldberg, Maria brought up, well, didn't he put Bret Hart out of wrestling? And
yes.
Okay, don't you think maybe that he was just the last straw for Brett? Like maybe because Brett's been taking
did you see the kick?
Of course I did. I know it was a kick from hell, but you know what, dude? I've had
pretty rough, man.
I've had friends of mine, drop the ball when.
Don't get me wrong, I'm with you, and I think yes, you could possibly be absolutely true. Absolutely, I think you could be absolutely right, but it was a vicious onslaught of what we were taught to learn, which was go with his punches and kicks because he couldn't work. He just threw him wild and crazy, and you had to be bumping as it was. I mean, as that foot was coming, I was already going down.
Real quick,
as the punch was coming, I was already going down.
Real quick side note, Jimmy, eat my ass with a spoon, you prick. He thought he was going to be cute by posting this little comment.
Rob Wiles cries after sex.
But still, fuck you, Jimmy, you prick. So, Buff, ever had a real, actual, legit get down and down shoot?
Yeah. Not in the ring. Never.
That's what I meant. During a match.
One time, and believe it or not, I don't think I can remember his fucking name. It was a guy that had blonde hair. He worked for WCW. I think his name was JT Southern.
Okay.
Somebody out there right now that's listening, try to look up JT Southern.
And they're all doing it right now, I promise.
Oh, I promise you they are. He came out with a guitar, and he would play it like his gimmick was a guitar, kind of like Van Hammer. But we kind of got in the ring, and things didn't go right, and we both were green. And so it ended up being a complete fucking shoot that looked so stupid. It wasn't even funny, but it ended up being a complete fucking shoot.
Our old buddy, the Executioner, wants to know who the toughest wrestler you ever had to actually legit stand up and fight all the way through.
Rick Rude.
Oh, shit.
I can believe that.
Rick Rude was a man, bro. Rick Rude was a stallion.
Why'd you fight Rick?
For the world heavyweight title, and I was a rookie, so it was a big deal for me, and it was a big push for me. But we go downstairs, and we're going over the match. Well, we get up into the ring, and he's looking at me, I think, and then I think, well, surely he's not looking at me. So I look behind me like this. And I turn back around.
He's looking at me.
And what?
And I went.
Sure, DeNiro, man.
I said, I'm in fucking trouble. This motherfucker was looking at me. There wasn't nobody behind me he was looking at. And I said, I'm in trouble. We're talking about a guy that could shave his arm and hair grow right back. He was just that kind of man.
Yeah.
And as soon as you locked up with him, he could do whatever the fuck he wanted to do with you. You were done. He was a man, brother.
Yeah, he was a hooker.
He was a fucking man.
Yeah, dude, he hooked you. If he wanted to hook you, you're hooked.
Yeah. Yes. He was a complete and a fucking state champion, fucking world champion arm wrestler.
I asked Rick when I was a very, very young wrestler if he had, not too long before he passed, if he had any advice for a guy coming up. He said, stay away from the cocaine.
my answer is always don't get in the business.
Well, I think maybe it's a good time to do a toast because I'd like to drink something real. So what I would like to do is invite my two awesome compatriots here on the screen. And also, if Leatherface or Jimmy wants to join us, we'll bring them in. If you guys out there watching want to join us, we're going to get down on this. Let's make sure everybody's ready. Jimmy, you in? That you both got that idea. Chris, this is to you, man. On our 1-year anniversary, man.
No, Rob, this is to you.
I told you he cries after
You Scott.
And
Scott, it's okay. It's okay, Scott.
I'm so happy you joined us, man. So, anyway, fuck that. Let's have a drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To all the motherfucking hook.
To WRestleShoot.
I told you Rob cries after sex.
No, I cry during sex. After sex, I do this weird laughing thing that scares people away. I don't know. I don't get it.
I think the hat scares.
Weird, creepy laugh.
But I cry during sex.
Oh, that's okay.
Don't I, Chris?
Well, it depends on your company, right? I mean, if you want to.
God damn it, Buff. This has been a kick in the ass, man. Gotta get you out to Tampa with us. Do a live WrestleShoot.
Dude, please bring me. I'll pay. I'll buy my own ticket to come see you.
Well, we're gonna be doing
All you gotta do is put me up. I'll get my own ticket there, and we'll have a fucking in the studio good time, have fun.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A.
Maybe we can arrange a second room this time around there, Chris.
Yeah, we can get that range, I'm sure.
Have a
Dude, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do it. I love doing in the studio shit because it comes across so much better, and it really does have a good time. And like I said, somebody like me, bro, I tell like it is, and that's just the way it is. And you know, it makes for a good story because it's the fucking truth, you know. And that's why gets my podcast over is because you don't have to fucking remember the truth. Because every one of my fucking stories are the truth. You don't see no pen. You don't see no pad in my fucking hands. And if you ask me any question you want to ask me, it's going to be exactly the same story because it's hard to fuck up the truth. The truth is the truth.
True.
What do you think, everybody who's listening? Would you dig that to see a live in-person WrestleShoot with the three of us actually in the same room? Chime up. Let us know what you think about that.
Yes, let us know.
Let's do it.
Go out and do some Tampa with the Buff stuff over there.
Oh my God, that'd be great, dude.
And I'll tell you
Get a limo.
about your manipulation they're going to do on you. You were going to feel so much fucking better after.
I can't wait.
After they put me under and broke all my scar tissue out, I didn't even need a crutch leaving the hospital.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
felt
I'm
great.
excited.
So, all right, we're going over our time limit here. You know, you always want to leave them wanting more. If anybody has a real quick last-minute question for our boy here, just shoot it out there. But, man, Chris?
First of all, let me say I really appreciate you guys having me on. For starters, you know, it means a lot to me, and you guys are super, super cool. And I want you guys just to know from the heart that it means a lot to me. You guys really asked me to come on board and to speak on your show. And I ain't gonna lie to you also, I think you picked a good person to be on your show because I tell like it is. I tell like it fucking is. And
you do.
Somebody to tell like it fucking is. And I do. So you got somebody that tells it like it fucking is. You got a great show. Thank you so much for having me on your show, and it means a lot to me, and I really thank you.
Maria Davis wants to know if you keep in touch with Missy Hyatt.
Oh.
Actually, that's a great question. That's a really great question, and we don't. I mean, once every 6 months, I'll see her or we'll talk.
At a show.
Yeah, at a show or something.
Yeah.
But we don't like, you know, stay in touch. No. But Missy's as who got me in the business, bro. She's She'll always get credit for it, and I'll always give her credit for it. And the other guy that got me in the business, he just recently died.
Oh,
Steve the Brawler Lawler. He was an independent wrestler. There was one of those guys that really should have made it in the big times, and just didn't quite make it. And was just a really, really cool guy and really nice guy, and just didn't make it, you know.
And how long ago did he pass?
I mean, like less than a week.
Well, how about this real quick? We didn't know about this. When we hear about our family dying, we like to give them a quick 10 bell. So, guys, we're going to play a 10 bell. If you have another question, we come back, we'll get to it. If not, we're going to wrap it up. But here is the 10 bell for Steve, or for what was his first name?
Steve the Brawler Lawler.
And may a team of
that's a big deal, bro.
Your final rest.
Thank you so much for that, man. That means a lot to me. That's a man that you know, back when they didn't really show you that, you know, it was a work. They showed you how to, you know, tough through it. And then about after the third time, he goes, dude, you got it. You got what it takes. You can make this. And then he started showing me how to work. And then the next thing you know, I was the world heavyweight champion. So,
nice.
So I had tons of heat right from the get-go.
Nice. Well, I think on that note, guys, we're going to wrap it up. But real quick, Chris, man, dude, well, we started this thing off a year ago on only an audio podcast. Did you ever think we'd have made it as far as we did, as fast as we did here on Off the Hook Network?
No, and it actually started off almost 2 years ago during a drunken phone call with each other. We're talking about doing a podcast, and I think we just kind of forgot about it for a bit. And then I think a year later, I was like, hey, Rob, we should do a podcast. And you're like, we're just fucking talking about that a year ago. I was telling you that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we did. We took the name from our passed on friend, Michael Porter, that I used to do WrestleShoot with on actual terrestrial radio. And then, yeah, me and Chris just kind of tweaked it up a little bit, made it our own thing, and it's been going well. We've been on.
Y'all done a great job with it, bro.
Thank you. We worked on a couple of networks before we settled here on our new home.
You've done very well. The setup looks great. You guys have done well, and I feel privileged. Honest to God, I'm not just saying that. I feel privileged on being on your show because it's professional. It looks good. You don't feel like you're on some rinky-dink show. It's a show you feel like you've been on a proper fucking podcast. And
proper
it's
network.
Well, it looks great, and thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on. Chris, love you, mean it. Buff, awesome having you again. And everybody, I think we're going to have to stay tuned because we're all going to figure out how to make this live get together and broadcast that shit. Maybe shoot a few videos of us being stupid.
I'm telling you.
Figure that out. And I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to leave
you guys
with my heartfelt thanks for joining us on the beginning of our 1 year anniversary show. I'm going to show you the 1 year anniversary gimmick one more time. Then I'm going to take us out. Brothers, we will all talk again soon.
Peace out. Love you guys.